Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video with Diaries of a Black Girl. I'm so excited to have y'all back today. And before we get into today's video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. Now let's get straight into the video. Okay y'all, so we are 6 months into 2024, which is crazy. This is the perfect time to check on those goals you made at the beginning of the year and start becoming the best version of yourself. When I'm talking about how to be that girl, it's about becoming the best version of yourself, not to be like everybody else. You know, don't try and become who you see on social media. Become the best version of you. 6 months into the year, have you accomplished anything you put on your goal sheet? Have you accomplished anything on your vision board? My first tip is going to be the most important tip, so listen up. In the Bible, it says in Matthew 6:33, seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. So when you seek God first, if it's in his will for you, if it's in his plan for you, he's going to provide you with everything that you need. So you don't have to worry about anything. So always seek God first, put God at the forefront of your life, and you will have all your desires that's within his will. Everything that you need, things you may not think you need, God is going to provide for you. And that's one of the main things I have been working on this year, is prioritizing God in my life. And I can already see the fruits of what it's been doing in my life. Put God first. Prioritize God. So what that looks like for me is making sure that, you know, I'm consistently praying, making sure I'm consistently reading the Bible, making sure, you know, I do different things to cultivate my relationship with God. So I started doing like journal prompts and gratitude prayers, you know, keeping the spark alive with your relationship with God. My second tip is going to be wake up early. Take advantage of your day and put yourself in a routine. Wake up early. I know for everybody it's not easy, but that's the best way to maximize your time. Have more hours to accomplish things. And to me, getting an early start to my day just makes me feel more productive. So if I wake up early, I can knock out going to the gym instead of having to go after work when I'm not as motivated to go. When I wake up early, I have time for myself. I need time for myself before I go and work, before you have to, you know, go and deal with other people. When you have time to yourself to really get your mind in the right place. So start setting your alarms earlier. Start going to bed earlier. Going to bed earlier is something I really had to work on myself because I can easily stay up late. One thing to get yourself to wake up early is get off of your phone at night. Put it on your nightstand, leave it somewhere else, put your phone away. Some things that I like to do at night now instead are reading, which is probably the biggest one, and journaling. Okay, and then I kind of touched on this, but developing a morning routine. And you're also gonna need to develop a nightly routine. Okay, and this is another tip that I have that goes along with your routine. Every day you wake up, get yourself together. I work from home, and you know, a lot of people work from home now. To keep that motivation up, you need to get yourself together every day. Put on an outfit, put on something that makes you feel good, something that's gonna make you productive. When you look good, you feel good. That is a real thing. A cute loungewear, something that, you know, you feel like you're ready for the day, but you're not in like complete pajamas. And in general, when going out, like even, you know, if you're not working, just to, you know, always carry yourself in the best manner, you know, have go-to chill outfits, but you know, that still make you look put together. Looking good, another big part of that and feeling good is taking care of your body. So as I mentioned a couple of times, going to the gym. So whatever your workout looks like for you, whether that's getting your steps in, lifting, whatever you personally like to do, taking care of your body is super important. Your body is a temple and you should treat it as such. Caring about what you put into your body. At least try and drink a lot of water every day. Make sure that you incorporate a lot of whole foods. You have to be realistic and do things that are attainable. Sometimes we create these drastic goals and it makes it so much harder. But when you start off and you make small goals, attainable goals, then you can build yourself up to reach your overall big goal. My next tip is goal setting. Have monthly goals. So the long-term goal looks more attainable. And, you know, give yourself credit when you do accomplish those smaller goals, because you have to fall in love with the journey of getting to the big goal. A really good thing is to have an accountability partner, which leads into my next tip. Evaluate your circle. And if the 5 most influential people in your life aren't promoting growth, then reevaluate that circle. Your closest friends should be the people that are pushing you to do better, people who are surrounding you with positive energy. Sometimes you have to be able to set yourself apart and find people who are going on the same path as you. Another thing I want to talk about is being someone who is organized and being timely. So for a long time in my life, I was not a timely person. I struggled with time. I was always late, and it was something that I began to despise. I hated being late. I always feel like it made my life more stressful. I feel like I was being, disrespectful of other people's time. If you know you're someone that takes long to get ready, don't start getting ready 30 minutes before the event and you're someone who takes 2 hours to get ready. These type of things make your life easier though, because you feel less stressed. Like when I used to be late like that, I used to feel stressed. I would probably forget things. I would just feel frustrated with myself. Being a timely person is so essential. Like that is a big key to becoming the best version of yourself, maximizing your time. And this is why I also talked about, having your go-tos, because that goes into, your time management. So if I have a go-to kind of outfit that I know I can pull out real quick, then it's easy for me to go. If I have a go-to quick makeup routine, then it's easier for me to get out the door. So just making life easier for yourself, maximizing your time so then you can accomplish your goal. Another thing I started doing is meal prepping. I was doing that this week and it gives me so much more time in my afternoons. You have to maximize your day. I work 9 to 5. So after 5, I don't want to be cooking dinner all night. I want to be able to prioritize my own mental health. I want to prioritize spending time with God, and I can't do that if, I have to be cooking in the kitchen all day. Being organized is a very important part of being a timely person and maximizing your day. I really take advantage of the Notes app on my phone. So if you're someone who needs a planner, reminders, whatever works for you. But I am queen of doing the bulleted checklist on the Notes app, and it just helps me be so much more organized, not put off tasks, know what I have to do for the day, and help me achieve these goals that we've been discussing. This is how you reach your short-term goals. So, you have to take everything in strides, and organization, timeliness, all this will lead you into achieving your goals. It's not always easy if you're not someone who's just naturally type A, but this is where discipline comes into play. One of the biggest things that's going to help you become the best version of yourself is discipline. Discipline is the key to all this behind God. I talked about this in the beginning when it came to sleeping, but a big thing I'm going to say is limiting your social media intake. I have a couple videos on my channel where I talk about deleting social media, being off of social media. I am back on another hiatus just because I realize how much time is wasted on social media when I could be doing other things, be doing productive things, meeting my goals. You'll check your screen time and you see you just spent hours mindlessly scrolling when you could have been doing something productive, when you could have been doing something that actually benefits you. And social media could really be harming you in that time because you're over here comparing yourself to someone else's goal when you could be accomplishing your own if you weren't on that app scrolling. So I would say if you can, take a social media hiatus, and if you don't want to take a hiatus, limit your time. Another thing to become the best version of yourself is to prioritize, your mental health, prioritize self-care, the things that make you happy. Having hobbies is a great way to prioritize your mental health. It's a great form of self-care because it's just things that make you happy. We're such a hustle culture, work culture. Another tip I'm going to give y'all is to step out on faith and do not be afraid to take risks. Do not be afraid to go after your goals. Do not let social media or people intimidate you from going after the things you want in life. Go after it. Take the risk. I'm telling you, if you need to hear it, this is your sign to do that thing that you've been waiting to do. Pray on it, and if God has given you the direction, then go for it. Do not waste any more time thinking about doing it and looking at other people doing it. Go after your dream. Let me tell you something. People will try and project their insecurities onto you. You don't have to tell everybody your goals. You don't have to tell everybody the vision that God placed on your heart because they might not see it, but it's been put on you. So go after your goals, go after your dreams. The best time to start anything is now. All we have is the present. Nothing is guaranteed in the future. So go ahead and go after everything you want right now. Okay, this next tip is something that I've been really working on, and I would say is another one of, the heavy hitters. Like, really listen to this one. I have been working on this year listening, and learning from others, okay? I've been one to talk a lot and not do a lot of listening. And someone who talks a lot and doesn't listen a lot is a fool. You should be a sponge and you should always want to grow. And so listen to people who have more experience than you. Listen to people that have opposing opinions than you. You don't know everything. Okay? You see, I like to talk. I have a YouTube channel, and what I do on the YouTube channel is I talk. But I also want to be a sponge, and I also want to take from others. So if you've been someone who likes to talk a lot but doesn't like to listen, I'm telling you right now, you're a fool. So listen, hear other people, okay? Hearing other people will make you more compassionate, will make you more intelligent, will make you just a better person. You're always a student. Part of becoming the best version of yourself is knowing that there's always somewhere to improve. We're talking about the best version, okay? And you're going to make different strides and you're going to be better than you were yesterday, but there's always a point of improvement. You should always constantly becoming the best version of yourself. So what I'm telling you is to listen to others, soak up information, and don't think you know everything. A part of listening to others is being able to take criticism, okay? I understand, and I've been through this myself, but do not be offended when other people are, telling you how you can better yourself. If you know there's someone whose heart is in the right place, okay? And that is pride, and no one is above improvement. And this is something I had to work on. I know this is something a lot of people have to work on. We don't always want to necessarily hear, the bad about ourselves, but you need to hear it in order to become the best version of yourself. Next thing is have a positive mindset / stop complaining, okay? So having a positive mindset just changes your outlook on life, because if we want to, we all could just look at everything from the negative perspective, but what does that help? Have gratitude, be grateful for the things that you do have, and see the silver lining in every situation, because focusing on the negative is literally going to do nothing for you, okay? Focusing on the positive, changing your mindset will make it easier to get past bumps in the road. It'll make it easier to achieve your goals. When you know that, okay, this isn't the end, there's always something brighter on the side. And that is a big part of having faith, knowing that God is going to see you through. But that's a mindset shift. Out complaining. Me and my sis, Lauren, talk about this a lot. You may be living in an answered prayer and you're complaining. You ask God to put you in this place and you're complaining. You wanted to be right here, okay? You just were asking to be right here, and now you're complaining. I know it's easy to complain, like I said, and focus on the negative, but change your mindset. Complaining is literally getting you nowhere. Find a solution. So as we're rounding the end of the video, I kind of just want to sum things up. So where you should go from here, if you haven't already, write down every goal you want to accomplish, and also create a vision board. You can do it on Canva, you can go print out your pictures, but you want to see it visually. If you did these things in the beginning of the year, go back to that vision board, go back to that goal sheet. Break down your goals. First of all, see if you've accomplished any of those goals, and then break down your goals and see, how can I make this goal more attainable? How can I set monthly goals to help me get to where I want to be by the end of the year? It's time to reevaluate. We are 6 months into the year, and it's not too late to accomplish the things that you set off to do in the beginning of the year. And when I make my goal sheets, when I make my vision board, I make sure to establish that I want to accomplish these things if it's in God's will for my life. If I pray for it and I know this is where God wants me to be. So really pray on these things and decide if this is direction that God is pushing you to go in your life. Seek after God, like I said, and He will order your steps, okay? So when I made my vision board, I'm going to show you guys. I have it right here. And right in the center, what does that say? God's plan over mine. So these are kind of just the first things that came to my head and how I have started to become the best version of myself. I still have so far to go, but these are things that just really helped me elevate my life, and I wanted to share that with you. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I miss you guys. I will have more content coming. Share your thoughts down below.